The Battle of Nineveh was the climactic battle of the Byzantine-Sassanid War of 602–628. The Byzantine victory later resulted in civil war in Persia and for a period of time restored the empire to its ancient boundaries in the Middle East. This resurgence of power and prestige was not to last, however, as within a matter of decades an Arab caliphate emerged from Arabia and once again brought the empire to the brink of destruction. Prelude. When Emperor Maurice was murdered by the usurper Phocas, Khosrau II declared war, ostensibly to avenge his benefactor's death. While the Persians proved largely successful during the first stages of the war, conquering much of the Levant, Egypt, and even Anatolia, the ascendancy of Heraclius eventually led to the Persians' downfall. Heraclius' campaigns altered the balance, forcing the Persians on the defensive and allowing for the Byzantines to regain momentum. Allied with the Avars, the Persians attempted to take Constantinople, but were defeated there. While the siege of Constantinople was taking place, Heraclius allied with what Byzantine sources called the Khazars under Zebel, who were identified with the Western Turkic Khaganate of the Gokturks led by Tongyafu, plying him with wondrous gifts and a promise of the reward of the porphyrogenitor Eudoxia Epiphania. The Caucasus-based Turks responded by sending 40,000 of their men to ravage the Persian Empire in 626 to start the Third Perso-Turkic War. Joint Byzantine and Gokturks operations were focused on besieging Tiflis. Invasion of Mesopotamia. In mid-September 627, leaving Zebel to continue the siege of Tiflis, Heraclius invaded the Persian heartland, this time with between 25,000 and 50,000 troops and 40,000 Gokturks. The Gokturks, however, quickly deserted him because of the strange winter conditions. Heraclius was tailed by Razad's army of 12,000, but managed to evade Razad and invaded the heartland of the Persian Empire, in Mesopotamia. Heraclius acquired food and fodder from the countryside, so Razad, following through countryside already stripped, could not easily find provisions. This resulted in harm to Razad's animals. On the 1st of December, Heraclius crossed the Great Zab River and camped near the ruins of the capital of the former Assyrian Empire of Nineveh in Persian-ruled Assyria, Ashuristan. This was a movement from south to north, contrary to the expectation of a southward advance. However, this can be seen as a way to avoid being trapped by the Persian army in case of a defeat. Razad approached Nineveh from a different position. News that 3,000 Persian reinforcements were approaching reached Heraclius, forcing him to act. He gave the appearance of retreating from Persia by crossing the Tigris field. Heraclius had found a plain west of the Great Zab some distance from the ruins of Nineveh. This allowed the Byzantines to take advantage of their strengths in lances and hand-to-hand combat. Walter Kagi believes that this battle took place near Karamles Creek. The battle. Razad deployed his forces into three masses and attacked. Heraclius feigned retreat to lead the Persians to the plains before reversing his troops to the surprise of the Persians. After 8 hours of fighting, the Persians suddenly retreated to nearby foothills, but it was not a rout. 6,000 Persians fell. Nikephoros' brief history tells that Razad challenged Heraclius to personal combat. Heraclius accepted and killed Razad in a single thrust. 2 other challengers fought and also lost. In any case, Razad died sometime in the battle. The 3,000 Persian reinforcements arrived too late for the battle. Aftermath. The victory at Nineveh was not total as the Byzantines were unable to capture the Persian camp. However, this victory was significant enough to shatter the resistance of the Persians. With no Persian army left to oppose him, Heraclius' victorious army plundered Dastagerd, Khosrau's palace, and gained tremendous riches while recovering 300 captured Byzantine, Roman standards accumulated over years of warfare. Khosrau had already fled to the mountains of Susiana to try to rally support for the defense of Ctesiphon. Heraclius could not attack Ctesiphon itself because the Naraman Canal was blocked by the collapse of a bridge. The Persian army rebelled and overthrew Khosrau II, raising his son Kavad II, also known as Syros, in his stead. Khosrau perished in a dungeon after suffering for 5 days on bare sustenance. He was shot to death slowly with arrows on the 5th day. Kavad immediately sent peace offers to Heraclius. Heraclius did not impose harsh terms, knowing that his own empire was also near exhaustion. Under the peace treaty, the Byzantines regained all their lost territories, their captured soldiers, a war indemnity, and of great spiritual significance, the true cross and other relics that were lost in Jerusalem in 614. The battle marked the end of the Roman-Persian Wars.